All right. Looks like it's going. Let me make sure it's muted. Hasn't actually kicked off yet. Okay. See, it wasn't even muted. Caught it. All right. Here we go. So, first and foremost, let me thank everybody for all of the work, all of the putting in, helping out, the whole 9 yards. Like I keep telling everybody to keep saying, you did it. Um, I just want everybody to know that is not the fact. We did it, okay? Because I would not be in the position I'm in if it weren't for you, all of you. So to keep that going, the announcement that I'm going to make tonight is a personal one, and that is I'm going to donate $100 for 3 people every week until we launch out of those commissions that you guys helped me get. So basically, what I'm doing is extending that um, discount. I'll send you 100. You put up to 149. You get in. Okay. Of course, it's 249, so that's what you have to send over. But I'll help 3 people per week until we get launched. Now it might only be just this week because of what I heard today and what I know today. So that's the announcement directly from me. And that's going to be extended to the next 3 people. We're going to put that right in the same email address. Don't do it yet because I have to erase all of the questions that you sent today that I requested. The Q&A page is complete. Thank you so much for all of your inputs. That is done. Okay, so no more questions. We'll update it in 3 months or so, or when after we get going and things come to knowledge. A lot of the questions were repeats. Everybody's asking the same question. It's on there. Don't worry. There was none left out except for one. I think I'm not going to go into it because it would put that person in a bad feeling. So I'm just going to leave it at that. That question was not necessary. So what is this announce or this gift? Basically, it is a non-repayable. So I don't want it back because as I help you get where you're supposed to be, I'm already there. Okay. So it's a win-win for both of us. And like I said, I'll do 3 a week. All right. That's from me to you for helping me get to where I'm at. Moving on. Next thing that I want to talk about. Now that you're all in and you have position, you have people behind you, you have nobody behind you, don't worry. Okay. I was getting a lot of questions and text about I skipped this one. Nobody's under me. It's been this many days. That's not necessary. Like I said, this was an advanced position for the launch of a Promise Delivered LLC. All right. That is in the wake of at least a day or two, maybe 3. Um, and I'll give you that update in just a minute. I'm going to actually read you the text that the programmer sent me so you can be on the same page I am. So you're not, I don't want you to think I'm sugarcoating things. I just want you to be in the same loop that I'm in. So that there's no what's going on. Hello, Mr. Lewis. Sorry for the running behind on the project, but trust that your solution will be highly profitable with the updates my team and I are building into your solution. should have an update by the end of this week. Now, his updates usually means whatever he was talking about is already done. This was the last hurdle before tests. I do believe we will be able to go into financial tests. There's a mechanical test where it just runs by itself. That's why he's talking about solutions. Remember I said it was going to go into test at the 28, 29, 30? It did, and it failed. So the solution that they have put together is not only going to allow us to go into the financial test, but it's highly profitable. So what that means is everything that I wanted in this software is going to be put in place for you, not just me or the company. I wanted him to make sure that what I get, you get. There's no first and there's no last. Those are my requirements. Day one, that's what I told him. I want no first and no last. I don't want referral stuff. That's not what this is. Okay? So all the things, the bells and whistles that he's built into it have been built into it by him. Okay? So the software pretty much is going to be even better than when I handed it to him. So I'm extremely excited now because he said the end of the week. He never gave me an actual time. He said the end of the week. That's only a couple more days, y'all. So there's a lot that you have to get squared away. Okay, so let me go into the next portion. And the next portion is Team Royal. Still, we're finishing up Team Royal. When I say finishing up, I mean all of that big rush is over. It's just going to be what it is. 3 a week with my assistants until we launch. Now, when we launch, that's a whole different story. But I need some help from you. You actually have to do some work. And what that work is, please listen to me. I'm actually going to do a step-for-step instruction on it. You're going to have to go, because of Team Royal's requirements for positions. Their requirements for positions are as follows. You cannot have 2 more positions in your name. Cannot do it. You can only actually have 1 in a business. So business is going to come into play. So you're going to have to go to EIN.gov. Now, what I'm about to tell you is completely legal, and they're accepting what I've suggested. EIN.gov. You're going to go on that website. You're going to scroll down. It's going to say you can apply for an EIN online. You can only do 1 a day. So this process is going to take 2 days. You're going to repeat the process both days. You're going to scroll down and click on start the process online and generate a revocable, not an irrevocable, but a revocable trust, because it leaves you in charge of it. And you're only really doing this to actually have an entity sign up. Okay. Now, where all of the commissions go, that's completely up to you. As they come in, you move them somewhere else. Okay. Because most people know that, a little small trust like that can be pierced. If it's pierced, it should not have anything in it if you follow what I'm explaining to you. So you create this trust. It's going to use your social. That's okay, because you got to put it on the form when you sign up anyway. So it's going to use your social, but it's going to create an EIN number. All right? You're going to create the trust name. Do not put any of your information in the name of the trust. Like if I went on there and put Mickey Mouse Lewis, they already know Lewis is there with Team Royal. So don't put anything that would bring attention to you. All right? You're going to use a brand new email. You could use one of the ones that you created that we were going to go into. It doesn't matter, just as long as it's completely different. All right? So you're going to create the trust. You're going to get your EIN number, print it out, take a picture, whatever you got to do, but you need that number. All right? Once you've got your EIN number, your new trust, which is a real trust, by the way, you can convert it to a real trust once you go into the back office of Team Royal. But you're going to create that one, and you have that one. You have to wait till the next day to do it again. You can't go. We tried to go right back in. They said, nope, you already got one today. Go have ice cream. So 2 days on that process. Start now. And the reason why I'm saying this, you know there's only a couple more days left before the end of the week. You know that he's going to turn it over to me with thumbs up. You know 75 people are going in. What's that going to do? 150 positions. So those 75, if you were called and you know you're on that list, you need to be on that website first thing in the morning, or you can do one now. Do one now, you're still in the same day. You could do one tomorrow morning. You got it done. You're done. You need trust name, email, and that's it. When you sign up in Team Royal, you can still use they're still going to ask you first and last name. You're going to put the business name, EIN, everything else pretty much the same. And then when you get to the e-wallet, you really don't have to get the debit card if you don't want to. But the e-wallet is going to ask you to verify. You can verify with the bank account. So each one of these trusts, you have to go to your bank and open a bank account under that trust name. After you get your 2 trust names, you're going to go to your bank. You're going to take the EINs and trust names and all that, both of them. Sit down and open a checking account. You need a debit card, okay? Because that's how you're going to move things off of the back office. You need a debit card so you can get bank verified with the back office. And as you acquire these commissions, pull them off. Don't leave it. Just pull it, pull it, pull it. Do what you got to do with it. All right. You can pile it up somewhere else, but because it's a revocable trust and what have you, if somebody hits you in the back, you get in a car accident and they sue you, they're going after that trust. All right. So there should not be anything in there. All right. I hope we're clear on that. 2 trusts, 2 bank accounts, 2 debit cards. They're going to be separate. All right. So tell her when you sit down, I'm opening up 2 accounts completely separate of each other. Here's 25 for this one, 25 for that one. Let them do the paperwork and get out the bank. All right. Don't sit there doing this unless you're telling them to come to this call. Then they can find out here. But for the most part, that was the second announcement that I wanted to get out to everybody. The third and pretty much final before we go into Q&A, now that you are in the system, okay, you guys have positions, what have you, I need you to send back to me a selfie picture and a short. It doesn't have to be a book. If it's a book, I'm going to delete it. Just a short overview of who you are and where you work so we can know how soon we retired you from that job. Okay? So the whole process and the whole agenda here is to have everyone in my position. So now that you see what they do, you know they pay. So if somebody asks you, if you tell them about this, and they say, well, you've been paid yet? You can say two things: not yet, or I know someone who has, or is, and I will be, or you might be by the time you talk to somebody. All right. So don't stop talking to people. Keep that going. And like I said, I'll keep doing what I'm doing for 3 people as long as necessary. Now, once a promise delivered launches, that will be no longer necessary because a promise delivered is going to take care of that. Fully vested, which means the main position and the outside. That's why you have to get these things together as quickly as possible. All right. Um, the outside position can be in the same name as the company. But let me verify that. They really don't sweat that because that does not create or get in the way of commissions. It is the generator for the company. Okay. So what that means is, let's say that the company says, all right, I'm going to grab a member position and I'm going to give it away for Christmas at the office or whatever. So that outside position is basically funding for the company. So they're not going to sweat too much about who buys it, just as long as it's paid for every month. Like I said before, you're going to keep that under your belt. If you give it away to someone to use it, don't give away the part where they have to maintain it because they're not going to do it. Once they get their light bills fixed or whatever else, or get their credit straightened out, they're gone. And they're not going to, maintain that 150 that has to go in every month without fail. That's where your commissions come from. Okay. So, like I said before, 2 just little revocable trusts. You can get them right on the website. You just put all the information in. They're going to send you the EIN within seconds. Write it down, print it out so you have it. And then tomorrow do the same thing. Once you got those 2, go to the bank, open 2 separate accounts, one for one for the other. Get a debit card, their checking accounts, and then sit tight. You got what you need. All right? You got what you need. That's for when APD launches and you get that one position and then that second position. Remember I said everybody gets 2? Well, that's how it's done. Legally. So we can't use our own name. We already found that out. Like I said, I was on the phone pretty much all day, straightening out 2 accounts, and I got 3 more to do. Theo, you're one of them. But we'll get them straight, get them compliant. We want to stay compliant on everything we do with them because, like I said, I'm in communication with the owner, all right, with him directly. So he knows my heart, and basically you guys know mine. So we're going to keep everything tight and do what we're supposed to do day one so we can just move forward. All right. So that's all I have for updates. Like I said, we're really close to launching APD. So I would highly recommend getting those 2 trusts put together and have them sitting with their little debit cards and everything all together. So you can say, I'm good. All right. In the next couple of days, everybody should be at the bank. Now, as far as a selfie picture and a little overview of yourself, that's going to, let's send it to 21 Day Help. That's going to be my transfer web email address. A selfie and a short overview of yourself and where you work at. If you're retired, great. If you're still working, put down what it is and, from there. Don't put a whole lot because there's only a little bit of space on that card to put your information. Once they start doing the plaques, that's different. When they start doing those plaques, they want a full page of information on you. And you'll know that you got a plaque because I have to notify you, and I will. And I assure you, everybody in here is going to be getting plaques. Watch what I tell you. All right. So let me stop YouTube.